Another important aspect that needs to be studied when you're considering the religious system of any society is the nature of burial, the nature of after death rituals, rites and rituals which might be connected to beliefs in afterlife. The Harappans generally buried their dead. We also come across some post-cremation or symbolic burials, that is pots and burials basically, where you're not finding the various bodily parts. And we see that when the Harappans were buried, the head pointed to the north, and you are finding, one is coming across various grave goods associated with the burial, like pots, ornaments, tools, etc. So these bear some kind of significance if one was to talk about afterlife. Now, very rarely, it's very difficult, in fact it's quite abstract to talk about religious symbols, concepts from depictions on pots, seals, different kinds of tools, etc.
It cannot be denied that Indus civilization had some kind of a belief system, but linking it to any present religion may not be warranted. We simply do not have sufficient data for it, and we should not look at the artifacts of the Harappan civilization from our perspective. They may have had other significance which we are not yet aware.
There are numerous figurines which have been interpreted as mother goddess by some. However, the nature of these figurines and the context and their context has prompted a few other scholars to say that perhaps there is nothing very strictly religious about these figures, nor can we really determine whether they were used as votive figurines. Now, you are coming across some of these figures seen in seals and various other cases where you have a combination of the human body and animal head, tail and hoofs, or a combination of animal and human torsos. So they have, we think they have some kind of a significance when it comes to interpreting the past, the beliefs of an ancient society. Now, apart from these examples, you are also coming across some structures like some architectural which show real architectural splendor, like the Great Path. This is possibly this was a seat of ceremonial and public worship. Now, other than such ceremonial seats of ceremonial and public worship, there may have been the presence of local cults which may have had their seats below some trees. However, there is no archaeological evidence for that. Now, apart from these, 7 fire altars have been found at the site of Kalibangan. These have cavities of which show ash and terracotta cakes. There is a clay column rising from the center, drain, well, and some bones have been found from these places. So it is surmised that some kind of ritual took place in these fire altars, which show a combination of ablution, ritual, sacrifice, etc.